Welcome to the Eric T Conversation. I'm Eric T. Well, today, Trump sworn in as our 47th president. Big day today. I know a lot of people were excited. You know, there's some protesters out there. Not everybody's as happy as I am, and some of you are out there, but I'm very excited. I think a lot of great things are going to happen. But the bigger news is TikTok is back. TikTok is back. Came back the other day. Everybody was excited about that. People were just going through withdrawal, not having it for 17 hours. But Trump negotiated that deal. Even TikTok even made the announcement on their app that Trump helped negotiate a deal to help keep it going. So over the next couple of weeks, you're going to find out who's going to have 50% ownership of the app as well as the Chinese-based company. That's a good thing. So that was apparently the deal that was worked out. Someone in America has to own 50% of that app in order for it to stay open and being able to be used. So Trump did a lot of stuff for you. If you didn't vote for him, you should thank him for that one because he absolutely got that done. And they personally thanked him for that. So Trump got sworn in today. It was great. Wonderful ceremonies. It looked great. Wasn't outside. People are critiquing that, having a big problem with that. But I think we all know why it was inside. It's probably a whole safety issue. It was still a wonderful ceremony. Everybody looked great. Mark Zuckerberg got a little looky of Jeff Bezos' girl. Here's a picture of that. Poor Zuckerberg, man. It was a half a second glance, and it's there forever. Poor guy. But they were there, too. So that ought to tell you this country is starting to heal. Those guys were left. Those guys try to help get the left parties, elected. And now they saw where the country was headed, and they realized the mistake in their ways. And now they're trying to get back to the middle, at least into the middle right. So they know, the writing was on the wall, which way the country was going. And they decided to pick a side that they felt that the country was in a direction that was a positive for everybody. So that's great. So it's good to see them there. Bezos was there, like I said. So those guys are big, heavy hitters, right? They're billionaires. They're the top 10 richest people in the world. And they're there to help supporting Trump. So that's good for you, good for us, good for the country. Good for the country. And Meta, their platform is going to start being more neutral. They're not going to be censoring everybody with their speech, which is also good for everybody. Hopefully, we can start bringing some people back to those platforms and people start utilizing those for some more outlets of free speech and some creativity. Also, Joe Biden, on his way out, decided to pardon his entire family. I told you that was going to happen about a month ago. Right after he pardoned his son, I told you he's going to pardon Liz Cheney, his brother, anybody else that he can deal with. And he did it. He pardoned everybody. Pardoned Senator Adam Schiff, pardoned Liz Cheney. He pardoned his brothers. I mean, he pardoned everybody on the January 6th committee. He pardoned even people who were, administrative help on the January 6th committee. Pardoned all those people. Pardoned Dr. Fauci. Why would he pardon Dr. Fauci? Pardoned General Miley. The general said he was going to let China know if Trump decided to invade or anything like that, he was going to give him a call, give him a heads up. Yeah, that's treasonous. Dr. Fauci, gee, I wonder why you'd have to pardon Dr. Fauci in the January 6th committee. You know why? Because they're all liars. You're all liars. And if you believe this BS about the January 6th committee, that it was an insurrection, you're full of it. I got some land over in the Everglades to sell you. Complete farce. Liz Cheney fabricated evidence, facts. She coerced witness, facts. And they know that. They have all the evidence. So now that they've been pardoned, Congress can bring them up, bring them to the carpet, and make them testify. Now they can't plead the fifth because they have immunity because they got a preemptive pardon for crimes they didn't even commit yet, but they got a pardon. So now when they go in front of the committee and they have sworn testimony, they're going to have to tell the truth, exactly what they did to lie. And Dr. Fauci, they were coming for him because that guy lied in front of Senate. They're going to get him too. So he pardoned all those guys. So if you don't think the Biden administration was full of a bunch of criminals and Joe Biden was a criminal, you're naive. Wake up. Because that pardon that he just put out there for everybody demonstrates that they're criminals. Because 4 years ago, Senator Schumer had a whole speech saying, Trump shouldn't be preemptive pardoning anybody. It's a bad look. It's not right. It's illegal. And all this yada, yada garbage that he was saying about Trump doing it. Trump didn't pardon any of those people. He could have pardoned himself. He could have pardoned Rudy Giuliani. He didn't pardon any of those people. You know why? Because they didn't do anything wrong. We don't do anything wrong. Let the justice system do what they have to do. And look what happened. Trump got out of all of his charges, except for those trumped up charges of that he lied on some documents about real estate. Come on. So that tells you everything you need to know. So hopefully start paying attention what those people did, and more starts coming out as the weeks start progressing. Trump shut down the border. Fantastic. He closed it down. He put remain in Mexico there. So all those immigrants coming over, you're going to remain in Mexico. He's got the military on the border, shutting it down. That's day one. He's going to do that. He's going to open up the pipelines again. So today was a huge day for that. After the celebrations are done tomorrow, and I'm done drinking, having a good time with their balls, he's going to sign 200 executive orders day one, right? He's doing a couple right now, but 200 executive orders and more are coming. And before you freak out and say, well, that's not how you run the government, remember, he's not a king, but he is basically overturning the executive orders that Biden had put in place, okay? And a lot of executive orders aren't laws or anything like that. What they do is it's an executive order. Say something, hey, we're going to designate cryptocurrency as a priority for the United States. Boom, that's an executive order, okay? And remember, that's not how you govern. So hopefully some executive orders that he puts in, Congress and the Senate can go ahead and make these laws and make these things permanent, because that's really how the United States government is supposed to be governed. So I hope you guys are excited. I am. I'm excited about it as well. So hopefully next time we'll have some more fun things to talk about. I'll have some jokes. It's just been a long weekend, everybody. But join me next time for a little chit chat, some observation, and some good old fashioned conversation. Trump, baby. Trump.